Hey guys, it's James here from Simply Ride. We're going to go over a couple key maintenance items that you should be looking out for midsummer. You want to check your brake pressure, make sure you got good firm, steady brake pressure in your front and rear. If they're soft or spongy, they need to be flushed and bled out. Brake fluid color, once it starts to get dark, you should have that serviced. Typically it's about every 2 years for brake fluid. And clutch fluid as well if you have a hydraulic clutch. It's a good idea to check brake pad wear before every ride. Good to have a little flashlight to shine in there and check brake pad wear. I do have an already worn brake pad here just to kind of give you a reference as to when your brake pad should be replaced. So this is a good indication of when your brake pad should be replaced when it starts getting down there before it hits the metal backing. So now we're going to go down to tires. Tires have a tread wear indicator. Once you get down to that nub, that's when you want to replace your tires. It's good practice to replace them as a set because they wear together. It's good to keep adequate tire pressure. It helps your tire wear evenly. Low tire pressure will cause cupping, which is unevenness across the tire. Keeping adequate tire pressure makes your tires last longer and your motorcycle ride better. Chain and sprocket wear. Obviously you have belt drive motorcycles. You should have that deflection checked every once in a while. This would be an extreme case of overworn sprocket. You can see how the teeth are nice and sharp there. That's not how it should be. If you can see there, you can see how they're not sharp and pointy like this sprocket. Another thing is chains are meant to be lubed every 600 miles and inspect the deflection of it. Pivot points are another thing mid-season, like side stands. They tend to get a little stiff where it's really hard for them to go up and down on their own. This one works nice because the spring pulls it up, back down. That you can just use a 6-in-1 or penetrating oil to lube there. Yeah. Another thing that's common is cables stretch out. They also dry up too, so sometimes they need to be lubricated. Cables sometimes tend to fray in these areas, so it's a good idea to check your cables there. Make sure they're not starting to fray. If they are, definitely get that cable replaced. Stretch also, check to make sure you have proper free play. Your owner's manual should give you a spec for that. Grips, midsummer, sometimes they start to get deteriorated sitting in the sun. Another common wear item. Lights are always a good thing to check before every ride also, and midsummer, because bulbs do burn out, and sometimes your taillight bulbs, you won't actually see them, that they're failed. Engine oil level, something that should always be checked before every ride. Obviously reference your service manual or owner's manual for the proper oil checking procedure.